Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. I'm your host, Katan, and here I am at the Skin Sanctuary Studio with Nam. So first off, I want to say thank you, Nam, for allowing me to come in and just, show off your space to everybody. And also, thank you for being our first studio tour. So this is exciting. Today, we're just going to sit down and have a nice little podcast discussion about life, overcoming obstacles, and, fighting through those tough times in life or in entrepreneurship.
Oh, yeah.
So for you, I want to ask you, what is probably I want to hear what is one of the biggest obstacles or a hard obstacle that you had to overcome in your personal life or in your life as a business owner, as an entrepreneur?
I think because, I am not from here. As you can see, I have accent. I was born in Thailand. I've been here, I think, about 20 years now. The obstacle definitely, being English is not my native language. You have to go through all the things, in different language. The way you go to school, you study, you learn the new law, the regulation, and everything to open your business. You try to make everything professional and into the US standard from the perspective of not people who born here or learn things as they growing up. So definitely it's a big challenge. And like I said, I show people that if I can do it, then you can do it too. Nothing too hard for you to overcome or accomplish.
That's a lot of layers that you just shared, because you have the layer of the language barrier or learning the new language. You have the layer of how medically and legally things are different depending on where you live, the ingredients that you're allowed to put on someone's skin, the way you're allowed to introduce products,
or do the treatment in each state.
So that's a different level as well. And then you have a cultural difference where you're going to a completely new state or a completely new area in a different culture. So understanding your clients in a different light, because what a client might have done, in a different part of the world versus this world. So with all of that, I'm curious, what are some things that you've learned about your customers or your clients that, is really fun or different from what you experienced in the past?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I think I'm lucky. Something that could be weakness, and it could be strength as well, because since I'm from a different part of the world, so I see different culture and the way they do things differently, and that it actually keep me open perspective of things. The first work I worked for, it's a Hand and Stone. I was blessed because clientele that came in is very diverse. So I have a different type, different skin color, melanated skin, light skin, Caucasian, Asian, Middle East, African American, all different type, and tons of volume of the client coming in. So I get to learn different type of the skin and culture, build a personal level of things. So I learned so much from my first work at the spa, and I just keep studying, learning, and searching and reading about different things that I don't know. And that's how,
I really I admire how you have that level of diversity, because I think that it's a different level to understand your audience. Everyone's not the same. Everyone's needs are different. We know that in skincare. But it's really nice, and what's the word? I feel secure knowing that you have experience with melanated skin, non-melanated skin.
Like a wide range.
Exactly, because it means that you understand what each type of skin might need. So I think that's really admirable, but it's also great for professionals, whether they're in your industry or a different industry, to take the time to really understand what that diversity looks like as far as servicing. So for you, how did you get through those days when you might have been feeling discouraged or disappointed or just overwhelmed? Because I know there had to be some days like that.
Oh, yeah. There's so many days. And I bet a lot of entrepreneurs out there, not just people who have a regular business or especially people that you are the provider yourself as well. You're not just the boss and, you know, like tell employee what to do or manage employee.
You're responsible for everything. From the scale
Everything.
of the people that you bring on, the
Right.
customers that you service, to
Right.
running the business and making sure that the doors are open the next day.
Right. You have a different hats here.
Mhm.
So definitely you going to have many of that days that you just like, oh, just discouraged.
One
Today
thing
is
after another.
another. You feel stuck. You feel like, oh man, today is a really bad day, you know. But I will say that you have to have a lot of self-awareness. You have to have that awareness that, oh, my, you know, like it's not right here.
Yeah.
Because if you don't recognize that, or you don't have that self-awareness, it could turn from here to here real quick. You
Yeah.
can just go deep into the rabbit hole, and next thing you know, you're gonna have depression, and you just don't want to do anything, and you just wanna like wrap yourself in blanket and
Stay in the bed all day.
stay in the bed. The most you can do is thinking about like making comfort tea and just sip on the tea all day without
Yeah, I was gonna say
eating
some
anything.
chips, something.
And just a whole bag of chips.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
So I had an interview with an entrepreneur. She's an author,
Mhm.
and she said something that really stuck with me, similar to what you said, but
Mhm.
making sure that we're checking where our mental is.
You're checking,
the same
yes.
way, like if you had a broken arm, you
Yeah.
wouldn't just sit and watch your arm be in pain. You would say, okay, I got to go to the doctor, or I have to
Right.
go find a solution. So even if it's not, everybody's mental health is going to be different. Just like
Right.
skincare, it's not a one
Definitely.
size fits all.
Definitely.
But when you start to feel like something is changing mentally,
Yeah.
now it's time to reassess. Okay, I need to
Now
do
what?
something. Yeah,
Mhm.
what do I do? What kind
Mhm.
of help do I want?
Right.
Those questions are things we have to ask ourselves, because like you said, it can be a very slippery slope.
Right.
And also, I in my experience, it's also the company you keep.
Mhm.
Because I can tell you, I've had days where I've had a lot of terrible things happen, but
Mhm.
being around people who are positive and uplifting and see the best in me, even on
Right.
days when maybe I can't feel it or see it, it's a way different experience than being around people that are draining and pulling you down.
Yeah,
or
and being
not as
negative.
positive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
And sometimes they're not even being negative towards you. It's just that they are being negative a lot, and that does affect you.
Yeah.
Or at least for me, it affects me.
Oh yeah,
You know?
it's energy is real. Yeah,
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 and
and
you're
you
already
can feel
tired.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
don't want to be around someone that just dragging and
all
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
It's like, I feel like when it comes to our mental health, we all have a responsibility to work on ourselves.
right,
And you have to be
right,
around people who are working on themselves.
right,
Because if you're around people who are not working on themselves,
right,
it now feels like it's your responsibility to push them or to be that
right,
person uplifting them.
right.
And you're not always going to be able to do that, because
Yeah,
you
you're
have to do
not.
it for yourself.
Yeah, because some of the day you have a super strength like a Wonder Woman
Yeah,
that you can lift up a lot of
I
people.
know.
Just
Yeah.
like here, people come to see me and I am their therapist without getting paid for being therapist. And or sometimes
One of our other studio owners, she made a video of her, and she had like a therapist outfit on, sitting down like this.
yeah, yeah. And then sometime along with the therapist, I am like a stand-up comedy.
Mhm.
I just crack joke and like you
Make
laugh.
people laugh.
Yeah,
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 all
you
the
be cracking me
time. But some other day you don't have that strength to be all of that for your people, you know.
Yeah.
And first of all, like I said, you have to recognize that. You have to recognize what happened in you. You know, like, oh, like you said, oh, something hurt. Oh, it hurt. And
Yeah.
now what?
Yeah.
What to do? What to do to help with that? You have to have kind of like before it happened, you have to kind of think about it, that this could happen to me. And if it happened to me, what should I do next? Don't let it go into the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But think about like, oh, should I do something about it? Is there any way that
What are
I
my
can lift my
options?
mood?
Yeah.
Or I should reach out, talk to someone,
Should
talk
I
to my
change my
friend.
scenery, my environment?
Yeah,
Do I need to be having different
right,
conversations? Like,
right.
these are questions that it's okay to
Mhm.
ask. I just think some people never really
Mhm.
some people didn't get that permission
Mhm.
at a
Mhm.
young age to
Mhm.
ask those questions when they're
Right,
feeling that. And I
right,
think that culturally, depending on the generation, with
right.
some generations, it wasn't a conversation of, let me check on myself first before I go to do for others. They
Right.
just do.
They just
And
do and keep doing and keep
going.
pushing.
Yeah, and they'll do stuff for people
Mhm.
without even them asking, you know. And
Right.
I've had this conversation with my clients, my
Right.
friends,
Mhm.
family, where I've had to say, you know, I
Mhm.
understand that you love people and you care about them,
Mhm.
but what happens when you haven't taken care of yourself so you can no
Mhm.
longer care for anyone else?
Yep.
It's a huge responsibility that comes with having a loving heart, because you
Yeah.
want to give to everyone, but you have to be responsible. If you
Right.
give too much and then you have nothing else to give, the people who truly do rely on you and appreciate you won't be able to get that from you,
Right.
because you've overextended
You
yourself.
just spend.
Exactly.
You spend
Yeah.
like you have the battery for your phone. You have to
Yeah.
keep watching that. Hey, it's 20%. It's gonna die
I
pretty
need to
soon. Should we
recharge.
charge
Yeah.
right now
That was me for my
for
vacation.
longevity?
Yeah, I was feeling that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting tired. I'm
Yeah.
feeling like
Like
I'm
what's
dragging
going
a little
on?
bit.
Yeah.
I need to reset, recharge,
Right.
and then I can come back and I can be the
Mhm.
best version of myself. Because
Right.
it shows on your face and it shows in
Right.
your work when you're
Right.
not taking care of yourself.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
for a lot of people, if you cannot afford to have a long, vacation,
Mhm.
the little thing that you can do day to day, seriously, like at the end of the day, you feel tired or whatever. But if it's like the weather, it's more cooler, or you're a bad person, taking warm bath, using Epsom
Yeah.
salt, like lavender, things like that, to kind of help you relax, decompress from the day. Just a
Yeah.
little thing like that, it will make the
Go on a
difference.
mini vacation.
It will make a difference. Yes.
Yeah.
Or even mini vacation. If you can take a long vacation, like a whole week,
Yeah.
at least one night, short trip in a cabin
Mhm.
on the lake.
So,
It will make a lot of
and
difference.
even if you can't travel, like,
Right.
take that vacation in your home. Like,
In your
turn
home.
off your technology for 1 hour. And
Right.
say, for this hour, I'm not answering anything. I'm just going to focus on relaxing or breathing.
Yeah. Or maybe just turn on the music that uplifting,
Yeah.
and relaxing, light a candle, have a
Bubble
chamomile
baths,
tea.
showers. Yeah, chamomile tea.
Yes, like
Ashwagandha's nice for me.
Yeah,
I like
ashwagandha.
ashwagandha
Yeah.
to relax. Your vitamins, your nutrients.
Vitamin.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously
Make sure you
depends on
up.
what your medical
Mhm.
status is.
Right.
But some
Check with
vitamins.
but some
check.
vitamin have a really good benefit.
Like magnesium.
Right, magnesium, L-theanine, stuff like that.
Magnesium, glycinate. I think I'm saying it
Yeah.
correctly. But
Yeah.
it's great for, like, if you're having
Mhm.
issues with rest.
Yeah.
Calcium, vitamin C, zinc, potassium are all linked to your absorption as well as your
Definitely.
mood. So, making sure that you're taking care
You
of yourself.
up to it, because sometimes you're a little short or deficient to some vitamin. It definitely affect your mood.
It does.
Like if you short on vitamin D, you can have a lot of fatigue and you don't know why. It just with the physical, and then now it go to mental things like that.
To your point too, like, I think the problem is that a lot of people feel like they have to attack all of their issues at one time, but you can do it bit by bit. So maybe this month you're not going on a vacation because you have to work, right?
Right.
But when you do get that check and you have a little extra money, go and get you the best quality vitamins that you know are going to contribute to you having a good mood.
Right.
And you don't have to do that every time you get a check to treat yourself. One day it can be taking yourself out to eat, but another day it can be going to a vitamin shop and getting some high quality stuff. But these are ways we can toward taking care of the change today.
I agree.
Getting overwhelmed and then not doing anything.
It's have to be a little small thing, like the one piece of work that you put in, then you should have a piece that you put back to yourself as well. Like you said, like a vitamin. Okay, do I need something? Maybe today I get this. And then the next day, if you've been eating good for the whole week, and you're like, hey, I deserve a little, my favorite drink, and get a boba tea.
I love boba tea.
Asian. And you can do that, just have to find yourself in the balance of the working and the self-care, and the self-care come into a different form.
And not feeling bad about it. Because I think that was my
allow
problem.
and give permission.
For a long time, for me, I have like because I was raised in a household where we just very productive, and what are you doing? Get up, clean up. You wake up, you're doing
like
something.
Don't just stay still.
Don't
do
just sit.
something. Me too.
And part of that was from a survival mode as well, because my mother, she was the provider of the household, and she took care of her 3 children by herself.
I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah, and so growing up like that as a woman, you're taught and you see very quickly that there's a lot of stuff you're going to have to be responsible for. So you don't want your children to grow up and not know how to do anything for themselves.
Yeah.
So for me, that's where I got that hardworking drive from. But there were moments where I had to say, wait, you know, it's okay to just take a break.
Right.
And I also, even my mother has told me this, where I will keep working and she'll be like, just rest, just take a break. You can come back later. But it's like something in me feels like I can't rest until
you can rest
done.
until it's
Like,
done. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
The hardworking person.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I even had to talk about this with one of my friends because I was talking about my bed and I told them, I was like, I haven't slept on my bed in like 3-4 weeks.
Oh my
And
God.
they're like, why haven't you slept on your bed? I don't know, because I go to sleep and I feel like if I'm not done with my work, I have to sleep in the office or I have to be in the office. I can't lay down on the bed.
Yeah, you feel
I haven't worked enough to go.
Right. You feel bad. You feel guilty of like, oh, I shouldn't rest. I don't deserve to rest because I haven't finished my work. But it's not
crazy.
right. Yeah, it's
And
not
so
right. Yeah.
saying it out loud made me see how crazy
It's like,
that
oh my
is.
God, I am crazy. Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Who does that? You should sleep into your bed every
trying
night.
to justify it.
Yeah,
I was
true.
like, I said, I know this sounds bad, and they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it just sounds bad. Don't
Yeah.
try to, don't
Yeah,
try to
do
make it
not.
sound better.
Yeah, you do
But
not. Yeah.
you know, I think that we all do that in different
In
ways.
ways,
Where
yes,
we
yes,
punish
yes.
ourselves because
We
we're already
do,
going through something.
because we are so hard
Yeah.
on ourselves. A lot of entrepreneurs out there, you come this far, and because the part of you characteristic, your personality is you are a hardworking person, and you are very hard to yourself. On yourself.
We can be our harshest critics.
Yeah, and just like, and different have a different crazy stuff, you know. So you have that kind of thing, and I have something else, and I'm like, you can rest. Oh, this just doesn't feel right or whatever. And other people are like, are you crazy? Like, and
They
look,
don't see it.
and look how much you achieve, like both of us, and a lot of people actually look up to us already, like, wow, look at these two women.
Love your services.
Like, how can people like achieve that much, like
impact,
you and
know?
us? Yeah,
I think we just have to always remind ourselves, no matter what we're going through, that we always have the power to impact someone else's life on
and inspire.
Exactly, because on the days when we're feeling low, when you keep going, the next person might be feeling just as low or might be going through something even worse. And to see you doing that, it's like that inspiration of, you know what, I can do this too, or I'm gonna get out here and go do that.
Right.
So,
like they can still keep
and
going.
We'll be beating ourselves up in our minds because we're thinking that we're not doing enough.
In reality,
there's people around us who see
that
so
actually get inspired by us.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot, and I still like, really, and it's good to hear too.
Yeah, because I loved your podcast interview where we were talking about skincare, but we also talked about life
too.
I wanted to ask you, what is one area where you were over criticizing yourself when you first started your business, and how did you get out of that?
Oh yeah, I used to be perfectionist, you know, and I think I mentioned before, I have ADHD and got diagnosed finally. So having ADHD, right, it's like you have like something that's fighting, and your mile just clutter and run 300 miles per hour, and you always have an insecurity, and you always feel that you could do better and you're not enough, and you want to be perfect in everything, and that's what I felt like. Oh, I could do better. Oh, I could do better. I could do better. And the more obvious thing is, I added last year. I added the lash and brow tint, and I only do to like my regular clients, some of the client, and I felt like, you know, I seen all those brow professional that they really focus on brow and stuff, and they do it so perfect, and the lie is really perfect, just like they have the utensil, the draw, whatever. And I'm like, I could do it better. But my client said, Nam, you are perfectionist. And the other client said, Nam, you are perfect. And I'm like, thank you. It's like, whatever you do, I already love it. Like, you did it perfect. And like, I don't need any better than this. It's just, you know, it's already a good job. Even though I know there's so many people that do better job than me, but this is not my specialty. I know that, but I felt like I could be better. And sometimes you just have to, you know,
Give
like,
yourself those flowers, like give yourself a
right.
pat on the back. Yeah.
And you actually do.
But no, it's true. Like
Yeah.
I think to your point, we can always be better.
Mhm.
But we can't allow our want to be better to stop us from celebrating what we're already doing a great job in.
Exactly.
There's
And
a
give
lot of
yourself
stuff.
grace and
Yeah.
and celebrate yourself and praise yourself too.
Yeah.
Because if you see someone out there, right, doing hard work and everything, and of course you want to tell them, like you want to give them you know, shout out or whatever, and tell them like what they're doing good about it.
Mhm.
But why don't you talk to yourself and give yourself that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you never do that to yourself?
Yeah.
And you always talk yourself in the harsh language, or like make you feel like you're not enough.
You don't have that patience with yourself that
Yeah.
you have with other people.
But you tell other people how they do a good job, and
Yeah.
and you saying nice things to them and all this stuff, but you forget to do that to yourself.
Yeah.
And that is actually affect into your mental and everything, you know.
Yeah.
The way you speak to yourself is so important.
It really
It's
is.
so important.
How you speak to yourself,
Mhm.
how you speak about yourself, your
Mhm.
dreams.
Mhm.
I really do resonate with that. And
Mhm.
we talked about this entrepreneurship because I will have
Mhm.
clients that I'll take on, and in the beginning of their journey, they'll say things like, you know, oh, I had a bad day today. I'm kind of thinking I need to just quit, or maybe this isn't just for me. And I'm
Right.
like, how are you so quick to give up on yourself? But you see these bigger businesses that have been
Mhm.
around for years, they have
Mhm.
bad days too.
Yeah.
And they stay
Every
open.
day.
And we're still patient with them. People still shop
Right.
with them. They still
Right.
support them. So,
Right.
and then even some of my clients have done that for other business
Mhm.
owners. So I'm like,
Mhm.
if you can have that patience and strength for other people, find the courage in you to have that strength for
For
yourself.
yourself.
I think
Yeah.
it takes a different level of courage to have that for yourself, because it's a scary feeling to say, I'm going to give it my 100% and not know if you're going to achieve what you're wanting to achieve, or if you're going to
Right.
be able to elevate.
Mhm.
And so it's easier to do it for someone else and to see it in someone else, because
Mhm.
you're like, oh, you're doing a great job. Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
making money in no time. But then when someone asks you, are you doing a good job? Are you going to be making money in no time?
Yeah.
Then their question is like,
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
working on it, you know. And then I think it's easier to call out what you see. We
Yeah.
don't always pay attention to ourselves on that level like we do
Mhm.
others. So when you're always seeing somebody
Yeah.
working hard, you forget to acknowledge where you're working hard too.
Right.
And I think I've had moments like that.
Mhm.
But I'm growing out of that,
Mhm.
because it at one point in time it might have been okay, but in
Right.
the space that I'm in my life now, it's no fun. It's no
Right.
fun to walk around and play small,
Mhm.
whether it's for someone else's comfort or if it's just
Yeah.
so that I don't have to face myself. It's
Mhm.
no fun. I would
Yeah.
much rather just live loudly and be proud of all of the achievements
Yeah.
that I've accomplished on
Yeah.
my own. We
Yeah.
all have so many.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
but this was a really great conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will definitely be back because I
Yes.
need to get my relaxation on.
Please.
And I need to try your waxing, so I'll do that too for any
Okay.
of the ladies that have never
Mhm.
done hair removal processes,
Yeah.
especially with the what is it, the bikini?
Yeah, the bikini area. Yeah. If you're thinking about that, try it small.
Well, then,
Yeah.
Can
And
we
see
do
how
like a
that
little
goes.
patch? Just a
Yeah, the
section?
little patch.
Okay,
And then
okay,
we
okay.
just like, oh, this is not bad at all.
Okay, that's
I
good.
promise you, because when people try my waxing, they're like, oh, your waxing actually hurt less than other people that I try in the
And you're
past.
very gentle too. I will say that,
Yeah.
because I
Mhm.
man, sometimes you go places and people are not gentle. and I'm
No,
like,
they're being
relax.
rough.
Yeah. So I do
Yeah.
appreciate that
Yeah.
about you too. But
Thank
for
you.
anyone that you're welcome, anyone that's watching or listening to this podcast, the message that I want to remind you is just that even on the days when you're feeling low and you feel like you have not accomplished, take a moment, pause, and just celebrate all the things that you have overcome. And
Mhm.
start doing that every time you have a moment of insecurity, because like Nam was mentioning earlier, it starts off with small things, but then it leads down to a pathway of you being burnt out, tired,
Mhm.
demotivated. And
Yeah.
that's what we want to avoid, or
Avoid,
try
yeah.
not to push ourselves into it. Because if
Right.
you're going through it, it's okay. Don't be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
but don't push yourself into it when
Right.
you really could go down a different route.
Right.
So that's the reminder.
Mhm.
And then anyone that wants to take advantage of the on the go facial, Nam is giving a complimentary on the go facial for everyone that's part of our community. So you just got to check out our Instagram page. It will be up. So at the top of our Instagram page, the post will be pinned and you'll see a picture of Nam, and it has the instructions on how you can claim the on the go facial. But basically, you're going to text her the words Boss Babe blog, but the information is up there. It tells you everything, her experience, and you can just check it out. Just try it out after a long day at work, after a date, before a date. Just a quick little refresh, and then in the process, learn about your skin with a professional. So yeah,
Yes. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you everyone for watching, listening, and I'll see you guys again soon at the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.